Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the radio audience.
The Witch's Tale.
Mad scientists, haunted houses, ghosts seeking revenge, ancient curses, witches, magicians, vampires, and werewolves. If this is what you're looking for in old-time radio, then this is your podcast. Hi, I'm John Grimmett, your guide each week on Radio Journeys as we go back and take a look at radio the way it sounded in the 1920s and 30s. We try to recreate it as authentically as we can, restoring it to its original sound and feel. And tonight, indeed, is going to be one of those nights. We're going to take a look at The Witch's Tale. Critically acclaimed in its time, often parodied since, but more often imitated. The Witch's Tale was the original horror show of the early 1930s on the radio. And tonight we're going to take a look at how Alonzo Deen Cole, the creator, writer, and chief actor in the series, started the show and where he took it. Now, of course, before we get to The Witch's Tale tonight, we're going to hear, as usual, the misadventures of Cy and Elmer. This time it's episode 2 of the Lost Baby and Dog case. And then The Family Doctor, also from 1932, a syndicated serial that we've been working through. Tonight it's episode 9, Secret Between Three. And at about the half-hour point tonight, we'll hear The Witch's Tale from May 16, 1932, broadcast originally over WOR and other mutual affiliate stations at about 9:30 in the evening on that evening. The episode is called Rat in a Trap. Now, some of the TV series that you hear today, things such as CSI, Law and Order, Special Victims Unit, well, the story you're about to hear tonight is probably just as frightening and shocking as some of those stories. Yes, The Witch's Tale was indeed ahead of its time. No other show on the radio at the time was daring to present the same scripts that The Witch's Tale was presenting, as scary, as shocking, sometimes just downright grotesque. The show was the creation of Alonzo Deen Cole, who was born in St. Paul, Minnesota in 1897, became a writer at a fairly young age. Showed interest as a writer of plays at the age of 11, and in high school he began writing and producing plays. And then after graduating from high school at the age of 16, Cole enrolled in the Minnesota Academy of Arts. Thought that he'd take up art, but instead he took up acting. Found that he was quite good at it. By the time he was 20, he was acting in some small roles in and around Minneapolis. Well, Cole was just getting started as an actor when World War I broke out, and so he was drafted into the Army and served as a medic during World War I. But then after the armistice, he did what a lot of performers in World War I did. He entered the Entertainment Corps, assigned to a repertoire company that consisted of professional actors in uniform. Jack Benny was another one of those, Benjamin Kubelski as he was known in those days. Well, after returning to civilian life in 1919, Cole and other actors didn't find it so easy to go back to their professional performing. You see, at around 1919 to 1920, there was a very long theatrical strike, led by the main actors' union in the U.S. called Equity. Ed Wynn, by the way, of early 1930s radio comedy fame, was the leader of the strike, trying to get more money for actors from the producers and theater owners who were basically hogging it all. Well, Cole, like many other actors, really just wanted to find work, and so he was able to secure an Equity-approved contract, Equity being the name of the union for the actors, and he continued for about 10 years until the stock market crash, just like all the other writers and producers and actors of Broadway and vaudeville. He found himself unemployed as the Great Depression got underway, and so he looked for work in radio. Now, as a vaudeville performer, Cole had a partner, Marie O'Flynn, who was also his wife. Again, parallels with Jack Benny and many others, George Burns, Gracie Allen. Cole and O'Flynn were vaudeville partners who had quite a string of successes on vaudeville. They came on the scene during the 1925 and 26 season, appearing as an act called the Honeymooners. Now, I'm not quite sure of the connections between this act and the later acts done by Jackie Gleason in the 1950s on the TV, but the Honeymooners, as presented by Cole and O'Flynn, became the basis for the first radio series that Cole wrote and produced. It was called Darling and Dearie, a 15-minute serial on station WOR in New York. The show went on the air in March of 1931. Now, as Cole was producing Darling and Dearie with Marie O'Flynn, he was looking for a way to do what he really wanted to do, to present a horror radio show, trying to persuade the executives at WOR that such a horror show would be a big hit. You see, most of what was on the radio in the early 1930s consisted of musical interludes, lots of pop music of the day, not even very much jazz usually. Cole wanted to give listeners an alternative. Now, WOR already was building a reputation as the first mutual station of giving listeners that kind of alternative. So it didn't take too much persuading at all to talk the executives of WOR into giving it a try. And it was a try that they wouldn't regret. Newspapers started writing about it. The program became the subject of newspaper tabloids of the day. Cole and O'Flynn became big stars, as did the actress who played Old Nancy, Adelaide Fitzallen, who took on the role of Old Nancy at age 75. Now, Old Nancy was the witch and became the prototype for many horror show hosts to come.
102-year-old I be today. Yes, sir, 102-year-old. Well, Satan, now it's time to spin these folks another of our cheerful little bedtime stories. Douse out them lights so we'll have it nice and dark. When you listens to our tales, sitting in the gloom, it helps you to have purty dreams. Now, draw up to the fire and gaze into the embers. Gaze into 'em deep.
Now, Fitzallen played the role of Nancy until she passed away in 1935 at the age of 79, so she played it for just 4 years, but apparently she'd never missed a performance when she passed away. And in 1935, 13-year-old Miriam Wolfe took over, playing the witch, quite a precocious actress, Miriam Wolfe. Now, the witch was somewhat comical as well. Most listeners didn't really find her all that scary at the time. Her accent was quaint, and she kept changing her age every single episode. In one episode, she might be 112, while in the next one, she might be 105. It was all part of the joke that was running underneath The Witch's Tale. And then, of course, we had another voice in The Witch's Tale, Roger Bauer, a WOR announcer with a very deep, mellifluous voice. He was the one you'd hear saying,
The Witch's Tale. The fascinations of the eerie, weird, blood-chilling tales told by old Nancy, the witch of Salem, and Satan, her wise black cat. They are waiting for you.
And then after the announcement, Orgie and the Spirits by Leginsky. Well, there's an awful lot more to say about The Witch's Tale. At some later episode of Radio Journeys, I'll tell you about the scheduling of the show. It jumped around quite a bit. There's a lot to say about that. The show was rewritten and rebroadcast many times as well during the 1930s. But for tonight, without any further ado, let's get underway with The Witch's Tale from May 16, 1932, scheduled at 9:30 p.m. over WOR, heard throughout the east coast of the U.S., the eastern third of the U.S. over that station. This is Rat in a Trap, truly creepy, rather violent. I'll let you draw your own conclusions about similarities between this sort of story and what we see on TV today. So we'll start out with the misadventures of Cy and Elmer and the family doctor before finally getting to The Witch's Tale, and I'll see you in about 50 minutes. Enjoy.
This is the Bamberger Broadcasting Service. WOR, Newark, New Jersey.
The Misadventures of Cy and Elmer. a good detective is one thing, but to be a nursemaid to a young and strange baby is something else again. Cy and Elmer have done very well as Pumpkinville's correspondence school detectives and have solved a case or two in very good style. But they now have an entirely different kind of a problem. Just as the old boys were leaving their room at the widow Snodgrass's boarding house, they found a clothes basket on the front porch. On the top of the clothes was a little stray puppy dog, and in the basket was a baby, a real live baby. We now look into the parlor of the widow's boarding house and see the detectives trying to minister to the wants of the baby. The baby speaks first.
Well, I'm telling you, Si, if you don't quit jiggling that basket, you're going to have that baby sick.
Yeah?
Yes, look at him flopping around in there just like a fish.
I thought maybe that'd make him quiet, Elmer.
Well, it won't. It's making him worse. There you are. Now, quit shaking him, will you? Si Perkins, what did I tell you?
I ain't shaking him now, Elmer. No, but he's awful mad about something, ain't he?
Yeah, say he is. Guess he don't like your looks, Si. And I don't blame him none.
Why, Elmer, you know that all kids always like me.
Yeah, I've seen some kids take to you all right, Si, but I guess this one's smarter than the rest of them. Now, hold on there, little man. Hold on now.
We got to do something, Elmer. He's a-getting madder and madder and madder.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on, Si. Hold on. That's mad enough. Plenty. Better put them covers back on him. Go on, put it back. Ain't no sense in freezing him to death.
Why, Elmer, it ain't cold at all.
No, it ain't cold for us, no, but my goodness, ain't much of him, you know, and I reckon them covers are supposed to stay on him.
Yeah, all right. There they are. What are we going to do with him, Elmer?
I don't know. Get him covered up and let's figure it out.
I'll take him out of the basket and hold him in my lap.
Careful now, careful there, Si. Them little fellows' necks is awful limber, you know.
Yeah. I can't seem to get him picked up just right,
well,
Elmer.
Here, I'll do it. You're too darn clumsy to be holding him anyway. Come on now, little man. Come on now. Up we go. There you are. See how nice he is for me?
Yeah, I see how nice he is. He don't like you, Elmer.
How do you know he don't?
Just look how his face is all wrinkled up.
Now, look here, Si. It ain't got nothing to do with me at all. Never seen a baby in my life without a wrinkled face.
I can't stand to hear him cry like that. Why don't you do something about it?
Well, shut up. I'm trying to think what I've seen folks do with their babies when they cry, but...
Oh, I know, Elmer. They jiggle them on their knees, don't they?
This fellow's too little for jiggling on knees.
Huh?
He couldn't set up for jiggling.
Let me have him, then. I'll sort of swing him in my hands. Now, hang on tight, Sonny.
Now, be careful.
Well, I will.
There, son.
Up and down, up and down, up and down.
Now, hold on, Si. That's too much for him.
Huh?
I got it. Say, why didn't we think of that before?
Think of what?
I bet he's hungry, just same as that dog was.
Oh, Elmer, I plumb forgot the dog. Where's he now?
Sleeping out on the porch since he's got his stomach full. Guess I better go out and see how he is.
No, you don't, Elmer. No,
Well,
you
why
don't.
not? Why not?
You're going to stay right here and help me take care of this baby. He's just as much yours as he is mine.
Say, what are you talking about? Nothing doing. The dog's mine, the baby's yours.
That ain't no way to act. You got to help me here, Elmer.
Well, you don't need no help, Si. Just get him something to eat.
Yeah, all right. What kind of victuals does a little baby eat?
Well, let's see now. How about a couple of soft-boiled eggs?
No, that'll take too long to fix.
Well, then we might stir him up some porridge.
Elmer, I got it.
What?
Them nice gingerbread cookies at the Widder Mills.
Now you got it, Si. For once in your life, you had a little sense. That's the
Yes,
stuff for kids. Ginger cookies.
Yeah.
Bet your life. Now, you just sit right here and hang on to him, and I'll run out and get the cookies right away.
Now there, little fella. Elmer has gone to get you some nice gingerbread cookies. How do you think of that? That kind of takes the wrinkles out of your face, don't it?
Here you are, Si. Here you are. Here's your cookies. Now, look at this, sonny. Great big can full of nice, fresh ginger cookies. That's funny. That's funny. I thought old kids was crazy about ginger cookies, huh?
Hold the can up where he can see him, Elmer. He ain't looking.
He ain't looking at nothing. Here, put a cookie under his nose, and maybe he can smell it. It ain't no good neither, Si. Oh, he must eat something, I tell you. How would it be if we make a piece of toast for him, huh? Now, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. What's going on here?
Yeah, that pup of yours is in the cookie can. That's what.
Look at that, Si. If that ain't the cutest thing you ever seen. Look. That little pup just eating away on them cookies.
Elmer Peabody, you're the meanest feller I ever heard of.
What do you mean, meanest fella? What have I done that's so darn mean?
This little baby a-crying here, and you let the dog eat all of his cookies.
Well, my goodness. Baby don't want him anyhow. Turned him down cold, didn't he? That pup likes ginger cookies. Well, he can have them.
Yeah, but the dog is it already. We got to feed this baby.
Well, Si, I don't know what to feed him. And look, he's getting more wrinkled all the time. Look at that face wrinkled up there, will you? Just getting more wrinkled all the time, worrying about his dinner.
Elmer, your dog is trying to lick my baby's face.
Well, it won't hurt him none, will it? He likes the little fella, Si. Look at him.
Say, Elmer,
What?
do you reckon the two of them belongs to the same people?
Certainly they do. Look at that. See how nice and quiet the baby is while the dog's licking his face? Look at that.
Yeah, I reckon they know one another all right.
Bet you life.
Yeah, but Elmer, is it right to let the dog lick his face that way?
Well, it keeps the baby from yelling, don't it?
Yeah, it does that all right.
Well, then that's right. Anything keeps kids from crying is right.
Say, it looks like his little eyes is going shut, Elmer.
Yes, sir. Look, that's just what's happening, Si.
Yeah.
That little dog is putting him to sleep.
Yes, sir. He's right cute when he's going to sleep, ain't he?
Sure is. Cutest baby ever seen, Si.
Yeah.
Just look at them little fingers, Si. Look at him.
Yeah.
Then look at our old hands. Oh, little fellas like this got a long ways to go, ain't they?
Yeah, don't seem like we could ever been so little. Reckon I better lay him down in the basket now?
Might as well, I guess. Sleeping good now.
I can't lay him down, Elmer.
What's the matter?
I've been holding him so long, my arms is kind of cramped.
Oh, them old arms of yours ain't no good anyway.
Now, Elmer,
What?
the widder says that I got strong, comforting arms.
The widow says. Now, look here, Si. I don't want to hear nothing about your scandalous spooning with the widow. You hear me?
Yeah.
Here, give me that baby. Here, give it to me, dear. There. Takes Elmer Peabody to do anything right. Now he's all comfy in his basket.
Stop that pup, Elmer.
What's the matter?
Yeah, he's trying to get in the basket, too.
Well, that's where we found him, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he's liable to hurt the baby.
No, sir. I'll bet that dog knows enough to stand guard over that kid all the time. Yes, sir. Bet he does, even if he is only a little bitty puppy.
Dogs is awful smart, ain't they?
Yeah, smarter than some folks, you know.
Elmer Peabody,
What?
are you a-saying that I ain't as smart as that dog?
No, never said anything of the kind, but, well, got the baby quiet, didn't he?
Yeah, I reckon he did that all right.
Yes, and you couldn't keep him quiet or get him quiet, could you?
Well, no, I couldn't.
Yeah, there you are. Dogs got the kid quiet, and you couldn't. Now, answer me, who's the smartest?
Quit fooling me, Elmer.
Ain't a fool.
Yeah, I don't feel so good.
You never do.
One of these days, you're going to be sorry about how sick I was.
Yes, I know it. I know all about it. You've been a bailing and a crying for 20 years about how bad your eyes is a-getting. But you never miss seeing things that ain't none of your dirt business.
It'll take my eyes this time, Elmer. It's my ears.
Ears? Well, what in the name of old get-out is the matter with your ears?
I don't just rightly know, Elmer, but there's awful funny ringing noises in them.
Ringing noises?
Yeah, and it gives me headache.
Silas Q. Perkins, there ain't a thing in the world the matter with you, and you know it.
Elmer, anybody can see I don't feel good. The widder just got done telling me she thought it was right brave for me to put up with all of my aches and pains the way I do.
You put up with him. Say, I'm the one that's got to put up with him, listening to you holler and crying all the time.
Elmer,
What?
Look what that dog is doing.
Well, he's just laying there in the basket with the baby.
But he's wagging his tail.
Well, my goodness, what do you expect him to wag with his tail?
It's all right for him to wag it.
Certainly.
Yeah, but it's on the wrong end.
Now, wait a minute, Si. What are you talking about? What's on the wrong end?
His tail.
Yeah, Si Perkins, you going plumb out of your mind, yes, sir? No wonder you got a ringing noise in your ears. Some bells loose in your head someplace.
Yeah?
The dog's tail is on the wrong end.
Yeah, just look at it, Elmer.
Well, I'm looking at it. There's something wrong with that pup's tail. I can't see it. His head's on one end, his tail's on the other. Just same as all the dogs I ever seen.
Now, don't get me all mixed up, Elmer.
You all mixed up, sir?
I know his head is on one end and his tail's on the other.
And the other?
Yeah, but the tail is on the wrong end.
Now, look here, Si. You just take it kind of easy like. All this has maybe been too much for you at your age. Tell you what, you take a little nap and you feel all right.
Elmer, I'm a-getting awful mad. Now, I'll tell you what I mean.
Well, go ahead.
Well, there's two ends to a dog, ain't there?
Now, you got Si, that's right. Two ends to a dog. There's a front end, and then there's a tail end.
That's what I mean.
Well-
And his tail is on the wrong end.
The wrong end of what?
The wrong end of the clothes basket.
What's wrong about it?
He's a hitting the baby in the face when he wags his tail. Now, that makes his tail on the wrong end, don't it?
Yeah, why didn't you say so in the first place? Yeah, all we got to do is to turn the dog around.
There he goes again, Elmer.
Yeah, certainly he goes again. He woke him up with all your talk about the wrong end of a dog.
Now he started crying again. That's no way to stop him.
Well, I got one more idea, Si. Maybe we ought to try singing to him.
All right, that's a good idea, Elmer. I'll try it.
No, not like that, Si. Shut up, will you? Not like that. That'll scare him to death. Do that now. Here, you start something with them busted calliope pipes and noise in your head.
And you sing to him, Elmer.
Yes,
Go
all right, I
ahead, go
will.
ahead.
All right, I'll show you some singing now. Way down upon the Swanee River.
Now he feels worse than ever.
Far, far away. That's where my heart is turning down. That's where the old folks stay.
All of this may be hard on the detectives, but our sympathy is with the baby. Your announcer will tell you when you may hear another episode of Si and Elma over this station.
Station WOR, L. Bamberger and Company at Newark, New Jersey.
Hello there. This is the family doctor.
Here's a couple more of the Dr. Johnson's web. I'm sorry I didn't see them this morning.
Oh, well, that's all right, Mrs. Adams. Just you put them right here in the tub.
All right. There. Are you getting along? Plenty of soap and all?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Oh, there's Dr. Adams. Wonder what he's doing home so early. Well, I'll leave you, Mrs. Webb. Just call out if there's anything else I can do for you.
All right. Thanks, Mrs. Adams.
Grant, what are you doing home this time of day?
Oh, nothing at all. Just thought I'd drop in. Been out to Miller's Lake to see Grip. Getting along fine.
I'm so glad. Grant,
Yes?
Mrs. Webb is here, and I've never seen her so happy.
That's so? What about?
Well, her boy's come home.
Oh, Dunk's back in town again, huh?
Now, Grant, you oughtn't to speak about it like that.
Like what, honey? I wasn't speaking any particular way. Only, I just wonder if he's learned his lesson, that's all.
I'm sure he has, Grant. Mrs. Webb says they treated them awful up at the reform school. And Duncan will just do anything to keep from going back there. He says it's much worse than it was last time. They have a new superintendent, and he's awful mean to the boys.
Yeah. Well, I'm afraid, Lou, that Cedarton's too small a town for Dunk Webb. He's getting to be a big boy now, and it may be that he'll have his mind set on bigger things than we can offer him here in Cedarton.
Well, I hope not. Oh, my, ever since Mr. Webb was killed, Mrs. Webb just pined her heart out for Duncan to come home. Do you know what she said this morning, Grant?
No, what?
That she has another head of the family in her house now that Duncan is back home.
Maybe I'd better go out and say how to do to her.
Oh, why don't you? It'll mean so much to her.
Yeah. All right, honey, I will. How do you do, Mrs. Webb?
Oh, howdy, Dr. Adams.
Well, you sure should be a happy woman today, eh?
Oh, Doctor, I'm so happy I could just cry and laugh all at the same time.
Well, I'm mighty glad he's back. Say, you might have him drop around to see me. I think maybe I might be able to steer him into a job somewhere.
Oh.
He'll be looking for work now, won't he?
Yes, he will. Oh, Dr. Adams, that's so kind of you. I'll tell him tonight at supper time. He'll be around to see you in the morning.
All right. That's fine. Say, no wonder I had to borrow a drugstore apron from Pete May this morning. Look at all my gowns out there on the line. Mrs. Adams must have picked them up at the office last night. Isn't that just like a woman, huh? Hello, Dr. Adams speaking. Oh, hello, Rip. No, Rip, he hasn't come in to see me yet. I know I spoke to you over a week ago, but can't you hold off getting a boy for a little while longer? I had it in mind going out to the Webb place this evening and having a talk with Dunk out there. Oh, all right, Rip. Thank you, heap. All right. Yeah. Goodbye, Rip. Another patient, maybe. Well, Dunk Webb. Well, how are you?
Hello, Doc.
Well, I sure am glad to see you. How have you been, anyway?
Oh, pretty good, thanks. Glad to get out of that rotten reform school.
You don't think you'll ever be wanting to go back, do you?
Go back? You'll never get me back in that dump again.
That's the way to talk. Learned your lesson, haven't you, Dunk?
What lesson?
What? Well, I don't know, Dunk. I don't know. Let's forget the past, huh?
Okay with me. Moss said you wanted to see me.
Oh, yes. I did suggest about a week ago that you drop around.
Well, I've been busy.
Oh, got a job already, Dunk?
Job? Nah. Been seeing some of my pals over at Dunlap Junction.
Ah, Dunlap Junction. Yes, I know.
Well, anyways, I don't know who'd want to hire me around Cedarton.
Dunk, I think I've got a job for you.
Yeah? What doing?
Well, I was talking to Rip Bliss yesterday.
Rip Bliss? You mean working in Bliss's grocery? Nah, thanks.
Well, why not? What's the matter with Bliss's?
No, there ain't nothing the matter with it as far as I know, but I just got bigger things ahead for me than slaving around a grocery store.
Uh-huh. What have you got in mind, Dunk?
I ain't saying yet, but I got something in mind. I've been thinking it over.
I see. Well, all right, Dunk. I'll tell Rip Bliss tomorrow that he'd best find another boy, I guess.
Yeah, well, was that all, Doc?
Yes, Dunk. That's all.
Okay, well, thanks just the same, but I guess you folks in Cedarton don't realize it. I've been growing up in the last 2 years. I'm 17 now.
17? Yeah, I see. Well, all right, Dunk. Good night.
Good night.
Growing up. 17. Gosh to Friday.
watch this, Griff. This is the way I play checkers. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I see. So, that's the way you play, is it?
Yes, it is.
Well, I'll show you. This is the way I play. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the way, and the game's over.
Well, I'll be plowed for a furrow. I didn't see that. Well, Griff, I guess you licked me that time.
Yep, I told you I would.
Hey, Pete.
Hello, Doc.
Griff, well, what are you doing out so late? It's 9 o'clock.
Yep, I know, but I just had to lick Pete May just once, but I'll be getting on back to the lake now. Well, so long.
Old Griff sure is a card. I let him beat me in checkers just now, and he's a tickle he could dance a jig. Say, Doc, you look worried. What's up?
Say, Pete, did you see anybody drive my car away from in front here?
Huh? Your automobile? By gosh, it is gone, ain't it? It was right out there when Griff and I started playing. You sure Mrs. Adams didn't come and get it?
Pete May, you know she doesn't drive.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, what do you know? Who could have done it, do you suppose?
Pete, I've got an idea.
You have? Who do you think?
Never mind that now. Pete, it's almost time for you to close up for the night, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Well, would you mind closing up now and driving me over Dunlap Junction way?
No, of course not. But what for?
Never mind. But come on and hurry. Pete, can't you make this thing go any faster?
Only downhill, Doc. Only downhill. But I'd still like to know what we're driving over to Dunlap Junction for.
Yeah, never mind.
Say, what are you pressing down on the floorboard for, Doc?
Huh? Oh, well, we're coming to the maple grade.
Oh, but, Doc, I got good brakes. Look. See?
Yes, I see, all right. I can't help thinking about my own car, I guess. I just haven't any brakes at all.
You ought to get them fixed.
Yes, I know. I've been so busy that I... Pete.
Yeah, what's trouble?
Look, up against that tree there.
What is it, Doc? Great jumping Jupiter. Is that your automobile, Doc?
Yes, it was, Pete. It was. Well, come on. I hope we're not too late.
Say, for the love of Mike, Doc, there's somebody in that automobile of yours.
Yep, I know, Pete.
Is he dead? Who is it? For gosh sake. This is terrible. I wonder how it got here.
Hush up, Pete. I've got to listen here.
Is he dead, Doc?
No, Pete. I don't think he's hurt badly. He's just knocked out for a while, I guess.
Well, who is it, I wonder?
And you don't need to wonder long. Wait till I turn him over. There.
Well, I'll be plowed for a furrow. Dunk Webb.
Yep, that's who it is.
Hey, what are you doing, Doc? Smearing grease all over your hands and face and shirt front. What?
Pete, listen to me. I telephoned you tonight. I was out here on my way to Dunlap Junction to see a patient. My brakes didn't hold on this grade. I bumped into this tree, walked over to the Mara place, and phoned you to come and get me. You understand that?
Yes, Doc, I understand, all right. Hey, Dunk's a-coming, too.
Yeah. Dunk. Dunk Webb.
Who's that? Oh, I'm Doc Adams, huh?
Yeah. It's me, all right, Dunk.
What are you going to do with me now, Doc? Turn me in, huh?
No, Dunk. I'm not. I ought to, but I won't. Why? Well, just because I think a lot of your mother, that's all. If it was just you...
I know, Doc. Don't rub it in.
Come on, Dunk. Let's see if you can stand up all right.
Yeah, I'm all right. Oh, hello, Pete.
Hello, Dunk.
Gee, Doc, now that I can see you, where you been? You're all covered with grease and dirt.
Dunk, you weren't out here tonight. You haven't been anywhere near the Maple Grade or Dunlap Junction or any place else except Cedarton. You understand? You understand, Dunk?
Yeah, I understand, Doc.
All right, then. This is a secret between just us three. And, Dunk, if you ever say anything about this...
I won't, Doc, honest. Gee, Doc, you're a swell guy.
Me? Oh, what are you talking about? Nonsense. Come on. Let's get on our way.
Say, Doc.
Yeah?
Well, you ain't said anything to Rip Bliss about that job yet, have you?
No, not yet.
Well, if it's all the same to you, Doc, I'll go around and see him tomorrow morning.
This is the family doctor. I'll be in to see you again right soon. Goodbye.
This is the Bamberger Broadcasting Service. WOR, Newark, New Jersey.
The Witch's Tale. Fascinations of the eerie, weird, blood-chilling tales told by old Nancy, the witch of Salem, and Satan, her wise black cat. They are waiting for you.
And 2-year-old I be today. Yes, sir, 102-year-old. Well, Satan, now it's time to spin these folks another of our cheerful little bedtime stories. Douse out them lights so we'll have it nice and dark. When you listens to our tales, sitting in the gloom, it helps you to have purty dreams. Now, draw up to the fire and gaze into the embers. Gaze into 'em deep, and soon you'll be away out west in Michigan. And there, in a fine big house where there's a party going on, begins our yarn called Rat in a Trap. Rat in a Trap!
Didn't know you were out here on the veranda, Denny.
Oh, enjoying the night air, Mr. Cowper.
Oh, it's as hot as blazes inside. But young fellas like you should be in there dancing in spite of the heat.
I'm afraid I'm not much of a dancer.
You mean when the only girl you care to dance with doesn't happen to be around, eh? Son, you're certainly a model for husbands. Too bad Lucy didn't come in with you this morning. She'd have enjoyed this.
I wish she had come along the way things turned out. But you know I expected to return on the late afternoon train.
I'm glad you missed that last train, so we can have you here tonight.
Yes, it's nice to be here, but this is the first night Lucy and I have been separated since our marriage. And
Nowadays, ladies have the vote. One of the first things a rising young lawyer with political ambitions must learn is not to appear too much married.
Oh, I forgot that you're trying to make me president someday.
I may, but right now we'll compromise on United States Senator. Seriously, son, you have the stuff, and people have begun to talk about you. You're pretty young for the job, but I've about decided to run you for prosecutor next election. Think you can make good?
I? Oh, all I can say is that I'll do my best.
That's pretty fair from what you've shown so far, but, Dan, you have a couple of faults that won't fit so well in the district attorney's office.
Oh, what do you mean?
You know, you've shut off your mouth a lot about certain disagreements you have with our criminal code.
Oh, I've said that our laws are unfitted to the crimes they were designed to control. I've said that because I think it. Our penal code is wholly unsuited to cope with the 1,001 types of crime and the varied individuals who commit it. If I had the power, I'd amend that code so that it would cease to be a makeshift of political expediency and instead would truly serve the cause of justice.
Doggone, that's as good a piece of campaign propaganda as I ever listened to.
Oh, I meant what I said.
Maybe you did, but you said it like a politician, and that's what interests me. I take back what I said about your faults. Develop them. But it's getting late. Come and dance with some of those pretty girls inside before the party breaks up.
I'd better telephone Lucy first. I feel a little uneasy. That summer place of ours is so isolated back in the woods, and...
Lucy's not alone there.
No, Pete Lorillard and his wife are with her. Oh, if she'd been alone, I'd have hired a cab and driven back tonight instead of waiting for the morning train.
Over those roads, you'd arrive tomorrow afternoon. Come on, let's go inside.
All right.
Oh, there you are, Dick. Oh, we've been looking for you everywhere, you and Abner. There's a lovely little blonde simply dying to meet you.
Oh, well, I'll come gladly to save her life, but I really think I should call up Lucy once more, if you don't mind.
I do mind. And so will Lucy if you call her at this hour. Daddy, she'll be sound asleep.
I suppose you're right, but somehow
Speaking of telephones, hello? Who do you want? Daniel Miller.
Oh, for me?
It's Lucy.
Lucy?
Dan, she's crying. There's something the matter.
Something the matter? Yeah, give me that phone. Lucy? Yes, dear, this is Dan. What's wrong, darling? You sound hysterical. You say the Lorellards were called away this afternoon? You're alone? 3 men are breaking in the house? Lucy! Lucy! Oh, my God!
Three tramps, dear. Hobos. Drunken brutes. They're breaking in.
Oh, God!
They'll be inside the house in a moment.
Lucy, and I'm 50 miles away.
Yes, you can't help me, and I can't help myself. We're both helpless. Helpless, as rats in a trap. May God forgive me for what I'm making you suffer, but I had to call you to hear your voice for the last time.
The last time?
Yes, the last. These men are beasts. They're drunken. They know I'm alone.
You have a gun? The gun I gave you.
I have it in my hand. I fired all the shots but one. I saved that for myself.
No.
It's the only way. Listen, dear. Listen, please. You can't help me now. But maybe you can punish after I'm dead.
Oh, God, Lucy.
Listen, darling. I have so little time. The leader came here this afternoon begging food, and I saw him plainly. He's a big, dark, unshaven man with a livid, crisscross scar above his left eye that runs from brow to temple. Remember, dear. Remember.
Oh, Lucy.
Wait. Mr. Lorillard drove him away. Then the Lorrillards were called to town. The man had been watching. He came back with 2 others. One, short with red hair. The other, a blonde man with a limp. Remember, dear. Remember. They're in the house.
Lucy.
The lock to this door won't hold a moment. They're beating at it now. The door is giving. I have the gun ready. A bullet through my head. They can't hurt me.
Lucy.
Remember them, dear. Remember. They're here.
God, please. God.
I love you, dear. Goodbye.
Lucy.
And, boy, you shouldn't have come to my office today. A man who's just spent 6 months in the hospital has no business to even poke his nose outside of doors.
I'm quite strong now, Mr. Cowper, and I had to come and have a talk to you. While I was in the hospital, out of what you thought was kindness, you censored all police reports to me. Now I want you to tell me whether they honestly expect to ever find the creatures who caused my wife to put a bullet through her head.
Danny,
I want the truth.
All right, son. I won't lie to you. I've kept the cops working on this case as they've never worked before. They haven't fallen down because they've never had a single worthwhile clue to work on. When they arrived at your house in the woods that night, the men who broke in had disappeared. We assume they were hobos of the most depraved type. But that's all we know about them. We found no fingerprints. We have no clue to their appearance even. Except the meager description of poor, frantic Lucy.
Yes. The meager description of poor, frantic Lucy. A big, dark man with a livid crisscross scar above his left eye that runs from brow to temple. Remember, dear. Remember. One a short man with red hair. The third a blonde man with a limp. Remember, dear. Remember.
Son, the cops have picked up hundreds. Whom they've been forced to turn loose again. There's no evidence of any kind. If we had the guilty brutes before us in this room, we couldn't prove it without their own confessions. As a lawyer, you know what we're up against.
An impossible job for lawyers and police. And if our law could catch them in its net, the code provides no punishment to fit their crime. Goodbye, Mr. Cowper.
Goodbye? Why, you say that as though we mightn't meet again.
We may not. I'm leaving town tomorrow. I've got a job to do.
Say, look here. You haven't the crazy idea that you can find those men yourself? Dan, to locate those 3 brutes and secure evidence against them, a man might have to search the hobo jungles of this country an entire lifetime. I know how bitter you feel, son. But the past is past. And grief and hatred won't unmake it. I've got big things in store for you, boy. Pick up the threads of your normal life again. Think of your future, your career.
My future's to remember. My career's to repay. Goodbye, Mr. Calvert.
Hello there, Lawyer Thomas. That Yankee partner you on around?
Yeah, you might find him down by the railroad yards, Jesse. Dave Morton sure picks you some funny friends.
Well, I suppose he likes them tramps, Lawyer Thomas.
I haven't an idea.
Sure, that man's been in this town off and on for nigh 8 years now. Yet no one knows him.
Well, I wouldn't say that, Jesse. I know him pretty well.
Yeah, no why he jumps like a shell-shocked soldier every time a telephone rings.
No.
Yeah, know why his hair's snow white when he ain't a day more than 40.
No.
Know what his real name was before he changed it to Dave Morton?
No, and them things is none of my business or yours.
Just the same, there's a mystery about that man that sort of worries me. Lawyer Thomas, why do you suppose your partner, Lawyer Morton, pays me $5 cash money for every tramp we get in the jailhouse who I persuades to take him for a tonic?
My partner pays you money to secure him hobo clients? Hey, are you here now to bring him such a case?
But this time it's just for joke. The client I'm bringing him today is that tramp who murdered the old woman. Big Mike, yeah, the dog Sheriff Greeley rescued from the lynching mob last night. Big Mike asked me to get him Mr. Morton for his lawyer. Yeah, said a pal of his had told him about him.
No partner of mine is touching his case. If Morton got the brute off by a miracle, they'd both be lynched.
Yeah, here's Morton now.
Hello, Jesse. Hello, Tom.
Hello, Dave.
Lawyer Morton, the man over at the jailhouse who ain't got no money wants to hire you to get him out.
Thanks for bringing the message, Jesse. But if you're speaking of Big Mike, I've already seen him. I'm going to defend him.
You're going to defend Big Mike?
Yes, Tom.
Lawyer Morton, you're joking.
Dave, you're mad. The man is guilty.
Guilty as hell.
I'm going to save him from the rope because I like his looks. He's a big, dark man with a scar above his left eye. A livid, crisscross scar that runs from brow to temple.
Extra payer, murder goes free. Big Mike not guilty. Extra payer. Morton wins acquittal. Jury frees Big Mike. Extra payer.
God. Look at the people buying them papers and then standing round reading and talking about me. If you hadn't have sneaked me here to your house, boss, they'd have had me swinging on the lamppost by now.
Come away from the window. You're safe here, Mike.
Gee, I hope so. But you gotta get me out of town quick. They look for me here and string me up.
I'll never lynch you, Mike. I'm taking care of you now. Better have another drink when I draw those curtains tighter.
Yeah. I do need another hooker, boss. And I'm drinking it to you. No other mouthpiece in the world could have swung that jury so they'd bring a verdict of not guilty.
No other in the world. I used perjured testimony, lying witnesses, a framed alibi. I used every dirty trick in the book. But I got you off, Mike. Out of jail, away from the hangman. And I've got you now. Alone with me.
See, you're acting a little crazy, boss. Say, I'll have another. You know I can't figure you out, boss. Why do you make me tell you how I croaked that old woman for you to take my case?
I was interested in you, Mike. And for 10 years it's been my rule to know the truth about my client's guilt or innocence before I took a case.
Yeah, I heard that. And every hobo from Maine to California says that spilling you the truth never brung him home. That's why I told you the works right off the bat. You got a great name in the jungle, boss.
Yeah, it took me 10 years to build that reputation, Mike. Won't you have another drink?
Thanks. But, gee, you'll have me stewed in a minute. Well, here's how again. Say, you're a funny guy.
You not only spend your own dough to buy witnesses and all, but then you bring me to your house and treat me like a prince.
It's very simple, Mike. I've done the things I have because you interest me. Yeah, interest me tremendously. Yeah, I'd like to know more about your life, about your travels, experiences. Other little peccadillos before you so neatly strangled that last old woman.
Say, why you always asking me questions about what I done before we met?
Are you afraid to trust a man who saved your life?
Oh, but you ask such nutty questions. How long I'd had this crooked scar over me eye, for instance.
I was merely curious as to whether you had it 10 years ago when you were in Michigan.
And I told you I don't know nothing about Michigan.
Oh, come on, Mike. You've lied about that long enough. I never mentioned it before, but friends of yours have told me you were there.
What friends?
Let me see now. Oh, yeah, their names were Red and Limpy.
Red and Limpy? You know them?
Quite well. I haven't seen them lately. Have you?
No. Neither has anyone else.
What do you mean?
That they disappeared from the road, and they ain't in jail nowheres. They're just gone. What'd I tell you about me in Michigan?
The most interesting story I've ever heard. About a house in the woods. And a woman.
They told you that, eh?
Yes. Have another drink. I'll open this fresh bottle and join you. Suppose you tell me about your Michigan adventure.
I didn't have no part in it. I didn't...
Here's your drink, Mike.
I must be off my nut to be afraid of you. I got reason to trust you. And I need help about that Michigan job. Need it bad. Listen, the word's gone round that dame's husband has been searching ever since it happened. That he's been on the road with the bows and riding the rails, living in the jungles, asking questions, trying to learn who caused his wife to shoot herself. They say he did for Red and Limpy, and no one's even found their bodies. He used to be a lawyer, just like you, boss. He was... God!
Why are you stopping, Mike?
The notion just crossed me mind that you might be him. I must be drunk to think a thing like that about the guy who saved me from the rope. If you was her husband, you'd have sent me there. So give me that drink, boss, and I'll spill the wikes. This liquor tastes funny, but it's good. It's swell. Drink your own, too, boss, and I'll tell you all about a pretty little dame in the house in the woods. Helpless she was as a rat in a trap. Helpless, frightened, like I like to see 'em. Too bad she shot herself before. Say, boss, what's eating you? You crushed that glass in your hand as if it was paper. And your eyes look crazy. See, what you pulling them curtains on the wall for?
So you can see what lies behind them.
Just a couple of plaster statues of two guys' heads and shoulders. But the faces is all gone, so the bones are shown through. What happened to those faces?
You're going to find out, Mike. Just as Red and Limpy learned.
Red and Limpy?
These busts are their death masks. Taken in soft plaster. After they'd lain here helpless. Helpless. Helpless as rats in a trap. As you're going to lie here, helpless, while your punishment fits your crime.
God, you're the guy...
I'm the husband of the girl you brought to death.
I'm going to get out of here.
You can. You can rise from that chair.
You dope me liquor. I can't move.
I'll move you. Down to my cellar below. Down to my cellar for which I've saved you from the gallows. The news for you will be too easy, Mike. Your punishment will fit your crime.
No, let me go. Let me go. What you gonna do?
Your punishment will fit your crime. Your punishment will fit your crime. You can't see a thing in this cellar, can you, Mike? And no one's so helpless as when they're in the dark. I want you to be very helpless, Mike. More helpless than a rat in a trap. Helpless as a woman alone in the house in the woods. Helpless as a man who loved her and who heard you 50 miles away. Helpless as a man who heard the shot that killed her. It
couldn't raise his hand to save her. What you gonna do to me? Hey, you got me tied to stakes and spread eagled on the floor. But how you gonna kill me? What you gonna do?
You're struggling, Mike, but your bonds will hold. I tied them very tight.
What did you do to Red and Limpy that you're gonna do to me? In them plaster busts upstairs, what happened to their faces?
Guess, Mike, guess.
If you don't tell me, I go nuts. Nuts, I tell you, raving nuts.
Oh, no, you won't. Not for many hours. I've investigated the length of time required to drive men mad. Your brain's undeveloped, so it'll take you longer than most.
Help! God, if I could only see you. Oh, you're putting something over me head.
Yeah, part of a little apparatus that made Red and Limpy featureless. Use your imagination, Mike. You may guess how it's done.
Oh, God, why don't you curse at me, beat me, kick me, do something I can understand? What are you going to do to me when you leave me? How am I going to die?
When I reach the top of these stairs, you'll know. When I open the secret panel, it will soon be the door of your tomb. Then you'll have a moment's light. Just enough for a quick, short glimpse around you.
Two skeletons beside me.
The bones of Red and Limpy. What else do you see?
There's a cage coming over my head. A cage like a rat trap. Oh, it is a rat trap. A rat is in the cage with me. Soon he'll be crawling over my head and biting. That's what happened to the other faces. A rat. No! Don't leave me in the dark, waiting, helpless, guessing when that rat's going to start a bite. That's your punishment, Mike. Oh, goodbye.
The third, Lucy. And the last. I remembered. And I retained.
Martin! Dave Martin! Martin!
Yes, Tom. I hear you.
For God's sake, let me in! Quick as you value your life!
I'll let you in, Tom. What's the matter, Tom?
What you knew would be the matter when you got Big Mike acquitted. A lynching mob is formed and a tenant for this house.
They won't find Big Mike here. He's gone.
They ain't after him. They're coming here with the rope to hang you, Dave.
They can hang me if they want to, Tom. They think I wish to live. I don't.
Why, you're talking like a fool. Come on. There ain't time to talk.
But I want to talk, Tom, about imagination. Imagination that can see a living rat in a crumpled old gray rag and mutilated human faces in two old broken plaster busts of poor blind justice. Imagination that kills more horribly and surely than if the things it sees were real.
Dave Martin, I think you're mad. That mob is almost here. And if they find you, they'll hang you to a tree. Keep away from that front door. Here, what are you going to do?
I'm going to meet them. Those who usurp the place of justice must expect a punishment to fit their crime.
Well, that's the end of that, Satan. Next time we'll have another purty yarn to spin these folks. A very purty yarn.
This is the Bamberger Broadcasting Service. WOR, Newark, New Jersey.
The Witch's Tale from May 16, 1932. Now, the station IDs you heard there were from WOR, Newark, New Jersey, and New York City, the flagship station of the Mutual Network. The ID was my own addition to the program. It was taken from a 1935 dedication program for the 50-kilowatt transmitter of WOR, one of the earliest 50-kilowatt transmitters in the U.S. Now, before we move on, here are a couple of notes about The Witch's Tale. This program from May 16, 1932, may very well have been actually a recording from 1935. You see, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, before starting tonight's broadcast of The Witch's Tale, most of the episodes of The Witch's Tale were repeated. They were rebroadcast. Some of them had scripts that were rewritten. And this one, Rat in a Trap, was certainly one of those. Originally, it was broadcast on May 16 of 1932 as episode number 50 of The Witch's Tale, but it was repeated in episode 181, and the date for that broadcast was Monday, January 28, 1935. Now, I'm not quite sure whether this recording was from 1935 or from May 16 of 1932. Both recordings supposedly are in existence. Doesn't really matter that much, except perhaps that the sound of the program might have been a little bit different between 1932 and 1935. The Witch was still played by Adelaide Fitzallen, not yet by Marion Wolfe, in January of 1935. So all things being equal, this is pretty much how the show would have sounded in 1932 as in 1935. Now, I did present an even earlier program from 1931 of The Witch's Tale. That was The Werewolf. That show also had been repeated, and so there again we have a little bit of mystery surrounding which of these recordings we're actually listening to, the original or the repeat broadcast. Now again, the repeat broadcasts were complete reworkings, not really of the script, but they were read once again and produced anew each time they were repeated. Now, judging from the quality of the Werewolf recording from June 11 of 1931, I would say that probably was actually a recording of that show, the very second broadcast of the Werewolf. It's really no wonder that these programs were recorded so early in the series. From the very first episode, The Witch's Tale was getting an awful lot of attention in the media, quite innovative in its day. And what's coming up next week on Radio Journeys? Well, we're going to introduce the Red Book Magazine series, Red Book Dramas, sponsored by Red Book Magazine in 1932 and onward. The very first episode of that serial from May 26 of 1932 will also continue with our other 1932 serials, Cy and Elmer, Family Doctor, and once again, we'll hear episode 19 of Anne of the Airlanes next week here on Radio Journeys. And so until then, everybody, this is John Grimmett for Radio Journeys, wishing you all a very good week. Bye-bye now.